is up, guys? poledoo here, bringing you the last episode of our Fire Emblem Binding Blade experience. This lovely story of suffering. Let's get into it. It immediately jumps. Final. Beyond the Darkness. I am excited to see how everything is wrapped up. There she is. You're the Dark Priestess, the demon dragon. Why do you block my path? Side note, like I said, in the previous map, I did restart for Fur, which was also the reason why I just was careless at the end and just let people die left and right. But Fur is with us. Everyone is with us. The Binding Blade is fully repaired. I broke the hammer to do it. There's 20 uses. I killed all the Manonkeets on the map, and just so I wouldn't feel like I was wasting the hammer, and so wanted to throw that in there before we keep going. Why do you block my path? What? I've been instructed to lead this world. I will bring peace. Why do you bar my path? You're wrong. Peace at the cost of humanity is hardly any kind of peace at all. The man who ordered you has gone. You can stop. You have no reason to fight. None of us have reason to fight. I feel that eons ago I heard those same words. Soft words, like a warm breeze. But that was long ago. I've slumbered for far too long. In the darkness, I dreamed. An empty dream. Black. Colorless. But I am awoken now. His Majesty willed it so. His Majesty Zephiel? I am awoken. I have left the darkness of my dreams. My path is now lit. I know what I must do. I will lead this world. Okay, so I assumed that the face we saw whenever Roy touched the Binding Blade was her face, just without the hood. It was. I will lead this world, no matter how much time must pass. That is my duty. You insist on fighting us? As long as you stand in my way. Your will seems unbreakable. My will is His Majesty's. I awoke for the purpose of fulfilling his desires. Do we have to fight? Are we gonna get like the cliche everyone who is fielded gets to speak? This is the end. We've come too far to lose now. It begins. Father, watch over us. I will win. I will win. Yeah, you will. The long battle comes to an end. Let there be peace in your dying heart. For everyone back in Bern, and for Gale. I can sense a sad heart. Now it's the time of truth. I have the Blade of Heartmoot, who took pity on you and spared your life. Everyone, leave the final blow to me. Idunn. Holy fuck. That is a gnarly looking dragon. I was expecting something fantastical, similar to, like, you know, the Shadow Dragon. Yep, that sounds about right. You have max res, or defense. Your res is rather lacking. So you, you're a Fire Emblem boss, that's for damn sure. If you weren't a Fire Emblem boss, you wouldn't be, well, there are always exceptions to the rule, I suppose. It's like Fire Emblem bosses, easy as shit, with few exceptions. Takumi, Ashira. Oh, hi, Lilina. I know this is the final map and all, but, not yet, alright? I was like, Durandal. I healed up the Durandal. It has 5 uses left now. Alright. Let's see, if you do move, which I don't believe you will, you only have 2 movement, goddamn. Alright. So I also, you know, I said I cleared out all the Manicheets in the previous chapter. That got Faye to 11, and Roy to 13. So that's where we're sitting right now. It's going to end the turn. 35 damage. Ouch. With the crit in return, let's go Fur. This is why I brought you. She is level 20, by the way. Her final level up wasn't very good. It was like skill and luck. I was like, wait. 6 damage. Excuse me? I don't have the Binding Blade equipped. Oh, look at that crit iron sword. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So is this... Let's see, who... Where's Ruker's 36? He's not gonna reach level 20. Fur got to level 20. So we have 2 people who got to level 20. We got Fur and Elfin. No one else. Clarine almost got to... Well, maybe Clarine can. No. I was like, maybe Clarine can get to 19. No. No. Melody. I mean, you don't even really need to get to 20. Like, your stats are already godly. Take him out with that Malte. Let's go. Alright, so I want to get Roy right in front of Idunn. How much range do you have? Is it just 1 range? Yeah. Surprising, honestly. Okay, so... Let's do it... this way. Break the heal on Roy. So Sophia no longer can heal. Didn't get to D-rank in staves, but you know. Sophia, though, so many naysayers. So many naysayers. And look at her. That is an Est right there. I love Est archetypes. Love them so much. A lot of people are, like, the Est archetype love seems very 50-50. 100% love them. Alright. No, I want you to attack me. You do move. Okay, interesting. Didn't expect your feet to look that weird. Holy fuck. Or really any of you to look this weird. I like your theme though. That was a pitiful boss. Very, very pitiful boss. But like I was saying, Fire Emblem bosses tend to be kind of stupid easy, with few exceptions. I am alone in the dark. I am alone in darkness. Bye, Felicia. And that's it. So, hoping... No, we gotta go all the way to the credits. All the way. This could be a long episode, or depending on how long the credits are. And, of course, I was like, Roy didn't kill. Roy's not that... Our boy is not that rude. Oh no, the Sanctuary is collapsing. Everyone, hurry outside. Roy! We'll be fine. Go. But, what, for the good of the world, no, he'll, for the good of the world. Let's see.
Oh, Roy, you unarmed!
Yes, but the sanctuary is gone.
It was over 1,000 years old. A great deal of energy was released in the battle we fought. The Foundations probably couldn't withstand the pressure.
Yes.
Today marks the beginning of a new era. Who is that you are carrying on your back?
Oh, yeah. Merlinus, I need to ask a favor of you. That's how it's gonna... I need to ask a favor of you. And thus the war known as the Disturbance of Bern was resolved. You have nice auto-scroll text. You guys know how I feel about auto-scroll text. Following Bern's surrender, its government was dismantled with the indirect support of the Kingdom of Etruria. With Roy's help, Guinevere inherited the throne, and the new Kingdom of Bern was formally established. If I had to guess, he's maybe going to abuse the fact that she has no soul, and command her as master to, like, not fuck up the world, possibly. And on the day of her ascension, what's gonna happen?
Today is Princess Guinevere's crowning ceremony.
I haven't seen her in her royal garments yet, but I'm sure she's beautiful beyond description. Even at her first meeting, I had no words to describe her sheer beauty. You're speaking to your lady. You're gonna get jealous. Stop this.
Truly.
But she has many struggles still to come.
What do you mean?
After she is crowned Queen of Bern, even with Etruria's support, I'm certain there will be great unrest and plots to overthrow her.
Do you think so?
Some may claim that she only joined Etruria to seize the throne. It's unfortunate reality, but to the ignorant, that is how it will appear.
But I'm sure she'll be fine. Under her rule, Bern will prosper like never before. She's too brilliant and strong to succumb to petty unrest.
Yes, I agree.
Well, what about you? What will you do now?
Me? I'll return to Foray. I'm concerned about my father's illness, and there's much reconstruction to be done.
What if we...
What?
Never mind. But you're returning to Foray, that's good.
What about you? Will you go back to Ostia?
Yes, I must take my father's place.
God damn it, she wanted to just spend the rest... Man, Roy, you got an A support and everything. Get you. Man. I'm glad you're staying in Ostia.
Why do you say that?
Because if you're in Ostia, then we can see one another anytime.
What?
Lilina, I don't know when, but someday, I'll come for you. There it is. In the weirdest way possible. I will be there. Waiting. It's just like, stop. Stop.
I have to prepare, too. But, Roy, I've always...
Oh, the ceremony's starting. Come, Lilina. Let's see Princess. No, Queen Guinevere. God, the awkwardness and just cutting her off as she's trying to convey things. Roy, man. This is the start of her reign as queen.
What I'm trying to say is, I've always Wait, what? Oh, Roy, wait for me. See? Man, Roy.
Later in Arcadia. Oh, okay, so maybe... Well, we'll see. I'm assuming Idunn is here in Arcadia. But as for what she's... Maybe her humanity's being restored? I don't know.
Lord Roy, it's been far too long.
I was in the area, so I decided to stop by. Yeah, it was just, in the middle of a desert. Decided to stop by.
What? Faye will be glad to see you.
I saw her earlier. She's even more energetic than I remember.
We've allowed her outside more since her return. Perhaps that is why.
How was Idunn doing?
We succeeded in restoring her soul, and yet...
She's not back to normal? Okay, so soul restoration. Not... Okay, they're not going the soulless, I'm your master, now don't be a dick. Okay. It's restoration of the soul. Got it. That was my number 2 guess. She's not back to normal?
Faye sometimes takes her outside, but she will do nothing without first being told to.
I see.
Lord Roy, we had known for long that she had been captured by the dragons. I feared the consequences of leaving the village, however, so I forbade any effort to rescue her. Now, though, I wonder whether my judgment was correct. Perhaps the humans are changing the way I think. I will do my best to restore Idunn's heart and soul.
You have my gratitude.
As a first step, I want to see her express some form of emotion. It would be a good sign if she could laugh.
And that is called a tree. Tree. Right! And this tree has tasty fruit. Fruit? Yeah, can you see it? It's up at the top. And if you shake the tree like this... Ow. It fell on my head. Huh. Idunn, did you just laugh? Laugh? This is a laugh? Oh, where's Roy? I have to tell Roy that you laughed.
He's adorable.
A warm breeze.
So progress being made. And that is the way into the credits. Interesting. This is strange. I think this is, out of all the Fire Emblems I've played so far, I feel like this one had the strangest kind of ending. And I'm not saying that in a bad way either. It's just like, it wasn't like, and they lived happily ever after type thing, you know? Like, they had the, like, Merlinus, I need a favor of you, cut to, you know, scroll, and then that to the start of the credits. The heroes who saved Elibe. Oh, and here's everyone. Okay. I want to pay attention to a few. Roy returned home to rebuild the lands in Lycia that were ravaged by the war. He was always popular with the people, and is well remembered long after his tenure as Marquess Fūin. I typically would like to just talk over this, so if I notice someone specific, I might stop and read what their thing is, but mostly read at your own pace, pause if you have to. I'm probably going to be reading all of them and editing. But, okay, what happens to Faye? Faye's adorable. After returning to Nabata, Faye was never heard from again. Oh, many historians are skeptical that she even existed. Okay, interesting. She has that kind of ending. That's unfortunate. Fire Emblem 6. I have never played a Fire Emblem, or actually a game in general, that my meter for how much I love and hate it fluctuated so much. I love the characters of this game. The story, actually, rather interesting. It's strange, and while I'm not the best person to critique story by any means, I have a hard enough time comprehending things on my own. It's just a flaw I have personally. So it takes me a bit for me to, and like a lot of explaining for me to actually fully get the story. But from what I absorbed, what I soaked in, I really liked it. I really liked it. The challenge. So, you know, coming into this, I mentioned right at the beginning of this LP that I was warned, and I was questioned intensely on why I would blindly play Fire Emblem 6 on hard mode. I understand why those were said now. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. There were times, granted, that I'd be like, I like Fire Emblem 6, it's scheduled to be up tomorrow, I gotta record, and there were times where it's like, I don't know if I have the mental capability to sit here and possibly deal with some horrific bullshit map. Which happened from time to time. They were like, there was the start of the game, and then they sprinkled them in towards the like middle end, but like the full end. Loved it. Lilina. After returning home, Lilina became the new Marquess of Ostia, and shortly after was wed to Roy. Together, Roy and Lilina united Lycia to create the prosperous and peaceful kingdom of Lycia. He came for her. Moving on. I like the initial difficulty. Reinforcements, though, for the new sword Saint Fur. Fur set out again to travel around the world and train her sword. She became known throughout Elibe as the next sword saint, and her legends were told for centuries. Ayy! Fur surpassing her uncle. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Okay, so the entirety of this game's reinforcements were same turn. Much like everyone else, I despise same turn reinforcements. I think they are terrible. I feel like they can be done well, kind of. Like the Manakee same turn reinforcements on the second to last map. They all came from behind you to push you along, not to impede your progress. Whereas there were so many maps that had them just spam after spam after spam in front of you, halting all progress. And they were so dense, the reinforcements, that you couldn't just, oh, well, I'll just attack my way through them as I'm going. No, I would have lost units if I tried that every time. There's just so many awful instances of the reinforcements, and I think that alone made for a vast majority of the suffering. The RNG in this game kicked my ass, and I don't know if that is normal in this game, or maybe it was extra bad for me because, you know, me, video games hate me. That's why suffering is in every game I play, regardless of how good or how knowledgeable I am at it. Which could very well be the case, you know. But just in general, the RNG was growths, like, when it comes to characters, I have to, I don't know, I guess this game kind of opened my eyes a bit more to how, like, base stats are valued over growths. I personally, like I mentioned, I love the S units because their growths are crazy, and I love training them to be a broken god of a unit. But I know that's not the best thing for most people. Like, a lot of people don't want to put in, speaking of S, a lot of people don't want to put in the time for that. Nabata Prophet Sophia. After returning to Nabata, Sophia was never heard from again. There are no records of Nabata after the war, so none know how Sophia led the rest of her life. Come on, my Est gets the same kind of ending as Faye? Man. Nabata is just, like, ignored, and it's like it never happened. Man. But, yeah, there's the gross, because all of them are low in this game, except for, like, a few, of course. Oh, that's adorable. It's the Pegasus Sisters' little art. Oh, I love that. This is so... Oh. I forgot what I was saying. That just completely threw me off. I just saw the three Pegasus Sisters. Shoutouts to Melee. Well, I guess, yeah, because Roy was in Melee as advertising before this game came out. She didn't know. And then Zephiel and Roy fighting. Speaking of Roy, I know my Roy was blessed. I looked at the average stats of Roy versus my Roy. And yes, my Roy is above and beyond. But I actually really like him. You know, I hear his worst lord, whatever, our boy, you know, he sucks, etc. He's shit on constantly. I like him. I like our boy. I like him a lot, actually. He's a lot of... Is that... I think Gwendolyn being... Gwendolyn? Guinevere. Gwendolyn is Wendy. Guinevere being crowned. But... yeah, he reminds me a lot of Marth, and I really enjoy Marth. What is this? Oh, our turn counts. They're gonna get kind of crazy at some spots, I'm sure. Overall, my turn count's probably the highest turn count game I've played because of reinforcements. Yeah, look, there's the 30s starting. 40. But overall, you know, reinforcements, I have a very strong opinion against, just negative opinion, I should say, against the 61 turns. I don't even remember what Chapter 16 was offhand to know what that was. But I really do not enjoy how the reinforcements were handled in this game. Overall, though, I will say, I like this game miles better than Fire Emblem 7. I don't hate Fire Emblem 7. Fire Emblem 7 is very middle ground to me. C player rank. I forgot this game gave you a player ranking. Survival is E. I don't know what survival really means. Is that survival being like I killed people off or something? Yeah, A rank with my funds. But C rank, hey man, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't play Fire Emblem to LTC. I don't play Fire Emblem for optimization. I play it because it's fun as shit, and I do me, you know? I play it how I play it. So getting ranked, it's interesting to see how the game thinks you did. But whatever. But yeah, as for ranking it, I always, after every Fire Emblem game, I always go through and say where would I place it on my list of favorite to least favorite Fire Emblem games. The list starts with Radiant Dawn, ends with Revelation / BS Fire Emblem and Kania Senki, depending on if you want to count the BS game or not. Or the Satellaview game, which is BS Fire Emblem. And it's tough. I have a picture, actually, over here, a list of all of them that I've played so far that don't include this game. And Blazing Sword is kind of like smack in the middle with Path of Radiance. I would say this is probably my 5th favorite. So currently my list, because you'll see how I rank things personally. Gameplay. Gameplay I take above everything. The challenge, while again reinforcements ass, I loved the challenge that this game threw at me. I would be interested to see how it plays on normal compared to hard mode, to see if the challenge is still there at all. But I don't know. I don't know if I like playing through normal mode would like get me in bad habits, so like try to play through it on hard again in the future and be like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, maybe I'll just stick to hard mode. But Radiant Dawn, number 1. Conquest, number 2. Birthright and Awakening are kind of like 3, 4, tied for 3, because I just really love the mechanics. I don't give a shit how much people shit on Fates and Awakening. I do my fair share of shitting on them as well, but they are fun as hell to play. God damn, you can break them so easily. Ooh, I love it. And then after that, I would put Binding Blade. Right above Mystery of the Emblem, which is a very, very... That game got me. That's an old-ass game, and it got me loving it so well. But, yeah. That's where I would place Binding Blade. Very, very enjoyable. Not my favorite, but still top 5 out of the 14 games. I've played, I think at this point, 10 of them total, right? So there's 14 games. Fire Emblem 8... 4, 5, 11, 12. So no, 9 games, I guess, is how... Yeah, 14, and I've played 9. Top 5 out of 9. Still kind of middle ground overall, but like... I don't know, man. I don't know. Really... Well, I separate Fates into 3, so what... I'm starting to ramble. But really enjoyed this game. I couldn't see myself picking this game up immediately and playing it again. I don't see that. I might, though, because suffering is real. But I definitely need a break from how insane this game was to me. But speaking of break, there's got to be more. Hold on, let's see. Oh, there's everyone else. Okay, I guess I should have had this playing already. just completely spaced again. I'm trying to gather all my thoughts, because there's so much I want to say, and trying to make sure I remember everything I want to say. Break! So, as I've mentioned a lot, if you don't know, the next Fire Emblem I will be playing is Sacred Stones. I'll do the last of the 3 Game Boy Advance games that I've yet to play. So, started in 7, went to 6 for the, story continuity, and now we're going to 8, which I'm sure will be one hell of a, relaxation ride. I'm gonna play on the hardest difficulty I can, because that's just the type of person I am. Not necessarily the hardest difficulty I can, but, that game doesn't have anything ridiculous in it. It's just, I think, normal hard, so I'll be playing it on hard. And there will be a 1-week gap of no Fire Emblem LPs. I will probably fill the normal days I would upload Fire Emblem with Fire Emblem Heroes, which I stopped uploading. I'll try and complete that before I completely just null and void it altogether. I have a box of Fire Emblem Cipher cards, which I believe it's Radiant Dawn and Binding Blade in the same box. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to open that. Especially after just these characters, man. I love them. But that is next. Like I said, 1-week gap, and then Fire Emblem 8 will begin. I'm sure a lot of questions are going to be asked about how that's going to be handled, and I'm not going to say a word. You will have to find out for yourself whenever it all begins. Some of you already know, because I've mentioned it in, I think, a stream before. It might be in Discord, but if you don't, and you're wondering, you're going to have to wait to find out. God. It's so good to be finished with a Fire Emblem game. Especially one that's made me suffer possibly more than any other Fire Emblem game? I don't know. It's between this and Lunatic Conquest. I think Lunatic Conquest in the long run had more. Because there were still maps here where it's just like, okay, boop, 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 doing my thing. Whereas Conquest, yeah. Still plenty of suffering to be had, and it's such a relief to be done, as well as just finishing the whole journey itself. But there's probably some dialogue after the credits, or after all of these characters go by, and you see what they did afterwards. I'm gonna get out of here until then, so enjoy the rest of the characters' after stories, or whatever you want to call them. This is a good game. This is a real good game. Oh, Finn, look at that. Look at that. So is there actually no dialogue? There actually is no dialogue. Wow, I'm actually really surprised by that. But we're done here. Thank you guys for watching this episode, this series, the channel, all the support, everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. I really, really do appreciate. I can't thank you guys enough. And I hope you look forward to Fire Emblem 8 beginning very soon. Very, very soon. See you guys.